Good morning and welcome from Estes Park, Colorado for your weekly cosmic dive. I'm Shane Smith, astrologer, and so glad you could join me up here in the beautiful Rocky Mountains of Colorado. Oh my gosh, we've had a delightful stay here the last several days and going home today and rather sad to leave. But if you ever get a chance to come up this way, it's just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. It really restores your health, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, all the healths that you can think of. All right, let's get down to it. We've got a cosmic dive to dive into. So I am going to share a screen and we're going to get right down to it. And yeah, it's cold out here, as you can probably tell. Hope you can see some of the background, some of the mountains and so forth. It's just absolutely gorgeous here. So okay, so I am going to share the screen and we're going to do this. So, this is a 15-minute guide through the week using vibrational astrology. We explore the key planetary vibrations and discover how to work with them in supportive and uplifting ways. This knowledge helps strengthen our alignment with the natural rhythm and wisdom of the cosmos. This is for the week of April 13th through the 20th. And yes, we've got a new moon coming up this week. We'll talk a little bit about that. What is a vibrational astrology forecast? Well, vibrational astrology is an exciting, developing, and evidence based analysis that synthesizes the harmonic relationships among planets. It reveals the energetic patterns we can work with and align to. This forecast serves as a guide for aiding us in navigating our personal and collective journeys. So, how do we prepare? We just realized that there's so many planetary vibrations happening at any given time, and we tune into those frequencies like we tune into a radio station by choice. And so, the question we like to ask is, which frequencies do you choose to frequent? We're going to use the creative and flowing frequency, which is vibration 5. We're going to use the stillness, inner wisdom, and focus vibration, which is vibration 7. We're going to use the drive and motivation drive, which is 8, and the healing and harmony, which is 9, and the restless and progressive, which is 11, and finally the excellence and transformation, which is 13. Not all of them will show up during any given week. Some will have more prominence than others. Others will kind of lay low for a while, and then the following week they'll come and say, "Hey, don't forget me." And so this week is going to be interesting. Um, but first, before we get into the graph for this week, let's just take a look at where all the planets are right now. And we see that Pluto is still hanging on into Aquarius, and it will for many more years. In Pisces, we've got the Moon, Node, and Mercury. In Aries, Neptune, Mars, Saturn, and the Sun. Sun will be moving out of Aries pretty soon, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. In Taurus, we've got Venus and Uranus is going to be moving out of Taurus pretty soon, going into Gemini next week, and we'll talk about that next week. And in Cancer, we've got Jupiter. So that's the lay of the land. And if you look at this circle, this is the 360-degree chart circle. It's hard to tell really what the angles are amongst. I did this last week, amongst the planets. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look at those frequencies. We're going to divide the pie, if you will, into fifths and sevenths, and ninths and elevenths and thirteenths. And that tells us what vibration we're working with. Okay, here we go. Today is Monday, and you'll see that red line that goes throughout the week, hovering over all the rest. And this is interesting because what this shows us is that we've got Mars and Neptune aligning. In fact, they did that yesterday. And then Mercury will align with Neptune on Thursday. And then on Saturday, Mars will align with Saturn. And then on following Monday, next Monday, Mercury will align with Saturn, and Mercury and Mars will align together on Monday of next week. So basically, you distill it all down. We've got Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune all bunched together, if you will, in harmonic one. And harmonic one is just saying that we are concentrating and focusing our energies into this very, very rhythmic and intense pattern, if you will. So if we were to put those planets all together in vibration one, what do we have? We have a focus and mental concentration in pursuit of a dream. So I hope you've been dreaming a lot lately, because this is the week and next where you can really solidify things and see some tangible results. Today, in particular, we've got a vibration 13 prominent. And if you remember, 13 is the vibe that lifts above the ordinary and seeks special, unique essence. Okay, so it goes beyond mediocre. And we've got a number of planets making their alignments in vibration 13 today, which gives us the ability to see things ahead. Big plan with clear focus. Organized and intuitively senses the structure and overall design and plan. Kind of getting the picture. Get it? I use the word picture. Now we're getting the picture that we have some big things happening today that allows us to see the big things and to kind of step out of our comfort zone and out of the ordinary humdrum daily mundane life and see that we can really transcend and go far and above and beyond. And as we just talked about, we do have the energy to do that. So dare to dream big and make it go. Okay. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we see a 7 vibe line. So today we have a 13 vibe. Tomorrow is a 7 vibe. And 7 vibe is discipline, it's introspection, it's getting deep into an inner core of feeling and knowledge, inner knowing, if you will. And what that means is that we have a big vision and imagination. We can devise a clear plan and focus to achieve it. We can seek great depth of feeling and honesty in a relationship or a creative project. That's for tomorrow. And also tomorrow, Mercury will head into Aries after its stay in Pisces. And if you know anything about Mercury and you know anything about Aries, you know Mercury likes to communicate and express, and Aries likes to accelerate it. Just put the gas pedal down and go for it. So allow your ideas to flow rather freely and quickly and independently, if you will, when Tuesday rolls around, because Mercury will be there for a while. Okay, and then on Wednesday, we see a little orange line. That orange line shows us it's a restless and progressive day. All right, so here we've got another vibration coming up on Wednesday. It's the 11 vibe, which moves us into looking for something fresh and progressive. Hey, no staleness for us. Remember stale bread? You ever open up a loaf of stale bread and go, so here we go. Wednesday. We're moving ahead. This whole week is a moving ahead week. I'm getting the feeling of. So what do we have here? We have a good artistic sensitivity on Wednesday. We appreciate things that are of high quality, colorful, and expensive. You might want to spend some money on Wednesday. We can communicate well and openly on Wednesday with that 11 vibe. Okay, Friday, we see the new moon. And the new moon will be in late Aries. And of course, we've been talking a lot about Aries as this kind of go getter sign. It gives energy. So, whatever you plant new, because that's a new moon, whatever ideas, whatever actions that you are formulating for the next month until the next new moon, give it some impetus, and know that for the next month you've got that dynamic power to really fly with it. So dare to dream big, as I mentioned for earlier this week. And that's actually for Thursday and I'm sorry, for Friday and no, that's just for Friday. Um, and then Saturday, we've got a vibe of five going on. See that blue line peeking up? And five is that creative vibe, remember? Creative, and what it likes to do is it likes to just flow and hum. And the planets that are involved are Jupiter, Venus, and Pluto on that Saturday. And that advises us to do things in a grand style. We can be very successful in what we do creatively on that Saturday. And then on Sunday, we got a whole bunch of vibes happening. You see how they all bunch up like that there on Sunday? So we've got seven going on, we've got 9, 11, and 13 vibes happening. And all I got to say is just let it all hang out. There was a song by that way back in the 60s. I kind of like that song. Let it all hang out. So if I were to summarize this whole week in one sentence, I would say this week favors clear vision and disciplined focus, combining imagination, artistic sensitivity, strong dedication to steadily pursue a grand dream and bring it into tangible form. You want a mantra? You want something easily to remember and live with day by day this week? Just say to yourself, with clear vision and steady focus, I bring my grand dreams into reality. Now, how cool is that? So, there you have it, my friends. That is your weekly cosmic dive. It's getting cold out here. I'm going to sip one more of my coffee and then I'm going to head back inside the cabin. I hope you enjoyed this weekly edition, and I'll see you next week for the weekly cosmic dive. Thanks for joining in, and you take good care. Bye bye.